Elias Mercer, a name whispered with reverence in the hallowed halls of innovation. Even as a young boy, Elias displayed an uncanny aptitude for engineering, sketching intricate schematics in the margins of his textbooks. His mind, a furnace of invention, constantly churned out novel contraptions, blueprints for a brighter tomorrow. By his early 20s, Elias had already garnered acclaim for his revolutionary steam engine designs, surpassing even the most seasoned veterans in the field. His genius attracted the attention of many, some seeking collaboration, others driven by envy. It was during this period of blossoming brilliance that Elias met the man who would irrevocably alter the course of his life, Augustus Blackwood. Blackwood, a shrewd industrialist with a keen eye for opportunity, saw in Elias a potential gold mine. He offered him a partnership, a chance to bring their shared vision of a steam-powered future to life. Elias, eager to see his inventions transcend the confines of his workshop and into the hands of the world, readily accepted Blackwood's proposal. Little did he know he was stepping onto a path paved with treachery and despair. Elias and Blackwood founded Blackwood and Mercer Industries. Their enterprise quickly became a behemoth, their factories churning out engines that powered the burgeoning metropolis. Elias, the heart and soul of the operation, poured his lifeblood into his work, tirelessly refining his designs, pushing the boundaries of what was considered possible. Blackwood, the cunning businessman, ensured their creations reached every corner of the industrialized world. Their collaboration bore fruit beyond their wildest dreams. Blackwood and Mercer Industries became synonymous with progress, their logo, two gears interlocked, an emblem of innovation and prosperity. Elias, once a solitary inventor toiling away in obscurity, found himself thrust into the limelight, his name celebrated in the newspapers, his inventions marveled at in exhibitions. He had achieved the pinnacle of success, or so he believed. The seeds of envy, however, had been sown. Blackwood, consumed by greed, grew resentful of Elias's genius. He craved sole ownership of their shared success, plotting to wrest control of their empire from his partner. Blackwood, a man of ruthless ambition, saw Elias not as a partner but as an obstacle standing in the way of his ultimate goal. One fateful evening, Blackwood invited Elias to a celebratory dinner at the factory. He spoke of expansion plans, of new horizons for Blackwood and Mercer Industries. Elias, oblivious to the danger lurking beneath Blackwood's honeyed words, raised his glass in a toast to their continued success. As he took a sip, a searing pain ripped through his insides. Blackwood had poisoned him. But Blackwood's treachery didn't end there. He had sabotaged the factory's main furnace, knowing Elias would instinctively rush to contain the ensuing explosion. As flames engulfed the factory floor, Elias, his body racked with pain, dragged himself towards the control panel, desperate to prevent a catastrophe. Blackwood watched from a safe distance, a cold, calculating glint in his eyes. The explosion ripped through the factory, a deafening roar that shook the very foundations of the city. Debris rained down upon the smoldering ruins, burying beneath it the mangled remains of Elias Mercer, the brilliant engineer who had dared to dream of a brighter future. Blackwood, his plan brought to fruition, surveyed the wreckage with grim satisfaction. He had eliminated his rival and secured his position as the sole master of their industrial empire. News of the tragic accident spread like wildfire through the city. Newspapers ran front-page stories lamenting the loss of such a visionary mind. Blackwood played the role of the grieving partner to perfection, shedding crocodile tears as he delivered a heartfelt eulogy at Elias's hastily organized funeral. Unbeknownst to him, however, Elias Mercer was not dead, not yet. Deep beneath the bustling streets of the city, hidden in a labyrinthine network of tunnels and forgotten catacombs, resided a clandestine society known only as the Iron Surgeons. Comprised of surgeons, engineers, and inventors who had long since abandoned the moral constraints of the surface world, the Iron Surgeons were driven by a singular purpose: to push the boundaries of human potential through the fusion of flesh and machine. The Iron Surgeons had been observing Elias Mercer for years, fascinated by his innovative genius. When news of the factory explosion reached their subterranean lair, they dispatched a retrieval team to the wreckage. They found Elias on the brink of death, his body broken, but his mind still flickering with life. They carried him back to their hidden sanctuary, where their true work would begin. For weeks, Elias lingered between life and death, his mangled body kept alive by a complex web of tubes and contraptions. The iron surgeons, masters of their macabre craft, painstakingly pieced him back together, replacing shattered bone with steel, torn muscle with pneumatic pistons, his once vibrant flesh now encased in a shell of iron and rivets. Elias Mercer, the visionary engineer, was no more. In his place stood Rust, a being of iron and steam, fueled by a burning need for vengeance.